The real support system after 60 to 6 essential pillars that might surprise you, stronger than family. The unbreakable sextet, pillars of strength beyond 60, a deep dive and expansion. Catchy opening, visuals of a vibrant, active senior engaging in various activities, gardening, laughing with friends, pursuing a hobby, followed by a thoughtful, serene shot of them in quiet contemplation. Upbeat, inquisitive narration begins. Are you navigating the landscape beyond 60, that often lauded golden age? Perhaps you've envisioned a gentle decline, surrounded by the unwavering embrace of family, a comforting net woven from years of shared experiences and unconditional love. And while those bonds undoubtedly hold immense value, a profound truth often emerges as the years advance. The most steadfast support you'll ever know, the pillars that truly fortify your journey, are the ones you meticulously construct yourself. Forget the conventional wisdom that leans solely on familial ties. This exploration unveils the 6 essential pillars that, in the tapestry of later life, often prove more resilient, more dependable, and ultimately, more empowering than even the strongest family bonds. Intriguing pause in narration, visual shifts to abstract representations of strength and independence. This isn't a narrative of detachment or a dismissal of the love and connection family provides. Instead, it's an awakening to the realities of life's evolving dynamics, a pragmatic understanding of where true, unshakable stability originates. Life, in its intricate dance, brings forth inevitable shifts. Children forge their own paths, friends relocate, and the very fabric of daily routines undergoes transformation. To rely solely on a support system conceived in earlier years can, unintentionally, leave you vulnerable when the need for unwavering strength becomes paramount. Visuals return to diverse, active seniors. Embark with us on a journey to understand these 6 fundamental pillars. As we delve into each, you'll gain a profound sense of empowerment, a clear roadmap to cultivating the security and independence that will gracefully carry you through the myriad experiences life holds. Stay with us until the very end, for the insights we're about to uncover possess the potential to fundamentally reshape your perception of support, ensuring that you navigate your future not with a sense of dependence, but with an unshakable foundation of self-reliance. By the time we reach the 6th pillar, a profound understanding will settle within you, a quiet confidence that banishes feelings of powerlessness, loneliness, or unpreparedness. Transition to the 1st pillar with a clear visual marker and confident narration. Pillar 1, the unwavering fortress of financial stability, your truest companion. Visuals depicting financial security, a balanced budget, a growing savings account, a peaceful retirement scene. Let's confront a fundamental truth. In the intricate dance of life, the most consistently reliable support you will ever encounter isn't a person, but a state, the robust and resilient state of your own financial independence. While the warmth of human connection is immeasurable, and the bonds of family are deeply cherished, the tangible security that financial stability provides transcends emotional support in its consistent presence and practical impact. Narration becomes more analytical and expansive. Money, in its purest form, may not be the architect of profound happiness, but it undeniably constructs the sturdy walls of security, unlocks the gates of personal freedom, and cultivates a deep and abiding sense of peace of mind. As the years beyond 60 unfold, a crucial realization often dawns. While the love and intentions of family are rarely in question, relying solely on them for financial sustenance is not a dependable strategy. It is, in fact, a significant risk. Consider the natural progression of life. Your children, the very individuals you may have nurtured and supported for decades, are now navigating their own complex realities. They are charting their own career paths, shouldering their own financial obligations, and nurturing their own families. Their resources, however abundant their love, are finite and often stretched. Even with the deepest filial affection, their capacity to consistently provide substantial financial assistance when you need it most may be constrained by their own evolving circumstances. Life, as we all know, is an unpredictable tapestry woven with unexpected expenses, unforeseen emergencies, and the ever-present currents of economic fluctuation. Story of Richard is expanded with more detail and emotional nuance. Reflect on the poignant story of Richard, a vibrant 72-year-old who had always operated under the comforting assumption that his children would seamlessly step in should financial adversity ever darken his doorstep. He had been the quintessential supportive father, readily offering financial assistance during their college years, extending loans during times of need, and consistently being a reliable resource whenever they called. His belief in this reciprocal support was deeply ingrained, a cornerstone of his understanding of familial responsibility. However, life, in its unscripted nature, threw Richard a curveball. An unforeseen and significant medical issue arose, one that rapidly depleted his carefully accumulated savings. Faced with mounting bills and a dwindling financial cushion, he turned to his children, his heart heavy but his expectation firm. What he encountered was not a lack of love, but the stark reality of their own financial landscapes. His eldest son was grappling with a hefty mortgage on a new home. His daughter was navigating the expensive terrain of raising 2 young children while simultaneously managing her own business debts, and his youngest was still finding his footing in his career, his income barely sufficient to cover his own living expenses. Their inability to provide the level of immediate and substantial support Richard desperately needed was not born of indifference, but from the genuine pressures of their own lives. The realization was sobering, a stark awakening to the fact that even the most loving family members operate within the boundaries of their own financial realities. This experience underscored a profound truth for Richard. While emotional support from family remained a cherished aspect of his life, his financial security was ultimately his own responsibility. Analytical discussion of financial planning for seniors is introduced. This is why, as you navigate your 60s and beyond, the cultivation of robust financial stability emerges as one of the most formidable and dependable pillars of support you can construct. This isn't about amassing exorbitant wealth, it's about the proactive and diligent process of preparedness. It entails crafting a comprehensive plan to navigate potential financial storms, establishing a reliable and consistent source of income that you can depend upon, and developing a keen understanding of sound money management principles. The goal is to reach a point where you are empowered to meet your needs and navigate unexpected challenges without the necessity of relying on external financial assistance. Practical advice on building financial stability is elaborated upon. If you find yourself in your 60s or beyond and harbor any uncertainty about your financial preparedness, now is the opportune moment for decisive action. Begin by meticulously assessing your current financial landscape. Do you possess sufficient savings to comfortably absorb unforeseen expenses, such as medical emergencies or necessary home repairs? Is your retirement income stream secure and projected to meet your ongoing needs? Have you proactively minimized potential financial risks that could leave you in a vulnerable position in the future? If the answer to any of these critical questions is a hesitant no, the time to initiate change is now. Embark on a journey of financial literacy. Learn the art of wise budgeting, meticulously tracking your income and expenditures to identify areas for potential savings and optimization. Diligently avoid the accumulation of unnecessary debt, which can erode your financial security and create undue stress. Explore prudent investment strategies that align with your risk tolerance and time horizon, focusing on building long-term stability rather than chasing fleeting gains. Concluding thoughts on financial stability as a pillar emphasized. Because, at the end of the day, your financial security stands as an unwavering sentinel by your side, regardless of the unpredictable currents of life. It is a pillar built upon your own foresight, discipline, and proactive measures, a source of strength that will consistently provide a foundation of independence and peace of mind, allowing you to navigate your later years with dignity and self-reliance. Pillar 2. The indomitable strength of physical health, your unrivaled ally. Visuals showcasing healthy senior activities, yoga, walking in nature, preparing nutritious meals, regular checkups. In the intricate tapestry of life, there exists a singular element that no amount of affection, monetary wealth, or external support can ever truly replicate: the vital and dynamic force of your own physical health. As you gracefully transition beyond the threshold of 60, your body transcends its role as a mere vessel. It becomes either your most steadfast ally, empowering you to embrace life fully, or your most formidable obstacle, hindering your independence and diminishing your quality of life. Narration delves into the personal responsibility of health. The unvarnished truth is this: you may possess boundless financial security, surrounded by a loving and supportive family, yet if your physical health falters, your hard-earned freedom and autonomy can swiftly erode. While your loved ones may shower you with care and concern, they cannot undertake the essential work of maintaining your physical well-being. They cannot engage in regular exercise on your behalf, They cannot consistently choose nutritious foods to nourish your body, and they certainly cannot halt the natural processes of aging. This fundamental responsibility rests squarely and solely upon your own shoulders. Emphasis on the dangers of neglecting health. Far too many individuals, as they navigate their earlier years, inadvertently neglect their physical health, often operating under the unspoken assumption that when the inevitable challenges of aging arise, someone, most likely family, will be readily available to assume the role of caregiver. However, this assumption often collides with the realities of life. Even the most devoted family members have their own demanding lives, their own professional pursuits, their own familial responsibilities that consume their time and energy. Depending solely on others to manage the intricate and ongoing demands of your physical well-being can lead to feelings of profound powerlessness and a diminished sense of control over your own life. Story of Carl is expanded with details about the impact of his declining health. Consider the poignant trajectory of Carl, a vibrant 68-year-old who had embraced an active lifestyle throughout his younger years. However, upon entering retirement, a sense of complacency settled in. He reasoned that he now possessed ample time to eventually get back in shape. Yet, as the months and years drifted by, his good intentions remained largely unfulfilled. Gradually, almost imperceptibly at first, his energy levels began to wane. His once fluid mobility diminished, and simple, everyday tasks that he had previously taken for granted became increasingly arduous. His children, residing in different cities and juggling their own demanding careers and family lives, visited when their schedules permitted. Their visits were filled with love and concern, but they could not provide the consistent, daily support that Carl's declining physical condition increasingly demanded. Eventually, the stark realization dawned upon him: if he desired to preserve his independence, to maintain his ability to navigate his daily life with dignity and autonomy, he had to seize control of his health, not in some distant future, but in the immediate present. Practical advice on prioritizing physical health is elaborated upon. This doesn't necessitate embarking on a rigorous training regimen akin to that of a professional athlete. Instead, it underscores the profound impact of small, consistent efforts woven into the fabric of your daily routine. Prioritize regular physical activity, even if it's just a brisk walk in nature, gentle stretching exercises, or engaging in enjoyable activities that keep your body moving. Nourish your body with foods that provide sustained energy and promote overall well-being, rather than those that contribute to inflammation and sluggishness. And, crucially, treat your regular medical checkups with the seriousness they deserve. Emphasis on addressing warning signs. If you've been consciously or unconsciously ignoring subtle yet significant warning signs, persistent aches and pains that refuse to subside, increasing difficulty with mobility, unexplained changes in your energy levels, now is the time to cease the act of pushing them aside. These signals from your body are not to be dismissed. They are vital cues that demand your attention and proactive intervention. Your future self, the individual who will reap the rewards of your present choices, will be eternally grateful for every conscious and healthy decision you make today. Concluding thoughts on physical health as an indispensable pillar, because, at the ultimate reckoning, your most formidable and unwavering support system isn't your children, your siblings, or your closest friends. It is your own intrinsic capacity to remain strong, active, and physically capable. The more diligently and consistently you prioritize your physical health in the present, the less you will find yourself needing to rely on others to navigate the challenges that may arise in the future. Your well-being is your most precious asset, and its cultivation is an act of profound self-reliance. Pillar 3. The vital embrace of your social circle, a tapestry of connection. Visuals depicting vibrant social interactions among seniors, laughing together, engaging in group activities, sharing meals. One of the most pervasive and potentially detrimental mistakes individuals make as they gracefully age is the gradual and often unintentional act of social isolation. This erosion of connection can occur through a multitude of avenues: cherished friends relocating to distant places, the poignant loss of beloved companions, and the subtle yet persistent shrinking of one's social sphere until it feels smaller and less vibrant than ever imagined. Narration highlights the dangers of loneliness in later life. The insidious problem with this dwindling social engagement is the creeping tendrils of loneliness that inevitably take root. And loneliness, particularly in the decades beyond 60, is far more than a mere emotional discomfort. It poses a significant threat to your overall well-being. It casts a shadow not only on your emotional landscape but also negatively impacts your physical health, diminishes your mental acuity, and can even shorten your lifespan. Addressing the limitations of relying solely on family for companionship, it is a natural inclination to assume that family will always be a readily available source of companionship, a constant presence to ward off the specter of solitude. However, the reality of modern life often presents a different picture. Your children, while undoubtedly holding deep affection for you, are also navigating the complexities of their own lives. Their careers demand their time and energy, their own families require their unwavering attention, and the myriad responsibilities of adulthood often leave them with limited capacity for consistent and spontaneous social engagement with you. Their phone calls and occasional visits, while cherished, cannot fully replicate the richness and spontaneity of a diverse social network. Introducing the concept of a social circle as a vital pillar, this is why the cultivation and maintenance of a robust social network emerges as one of the most crucial pillars of support in your later years. These are the individuals who proactively check in on you, who infuse your days with laughter and lightheartedness, who bring fresh perspectives and invigorating energy into your life. These relationships are not mere luxuries to be enjoyed if time permits. They are fundamental necessities for maintaining emotional well-being, cognitive function, and a vibrant connection to the world around you. Story of Margaret is expanded with details of her loneliness and her proactive steps to rebuild her social life. Consider the experience of Margaret, a thoughtful 73-year-old who had, for many years, primarily relied on her two sons for companionship. They loved her deeply and visited as often as their busy lives allowed. However, as the years progressed, their professional demands intensified, and the responsibilities of raising their own families consumed more of their time and energy. The once frequent daily visits and cherished weekend gatherings gradually became less frequent, replaced by well-intentioned but often brief phone calls. Margaret found herself increasingly lonely, often waiting for calls that didn't always come, a quiet sense of isolation settling around her. Recognizing the detrimental impact of this growing solitude, Margaret made a conscious and proactive decision to reshape her social landscape. She began by reconnecting with old friends, reaching out to those with whom she had lost touch over the years. She bravely joined a local community group centered around her lifelong passion for gardening, and even ventured into the realm of new hobbies, enrolling in a pottery class at the community center. These new pursuits unexpectedly introduced her to a vibrant circle of like-minded individuals. Suddenly, her days were filled with engaging conversations, shared laughter, and a renewed sense of purpose that had been subtly fading. She no longer felt solely dependent on her family for connection. She had actively built a network of supportive relationships that enriched her life in profound ways. Elaborating on the benefits of diverse social connections, these friendships, community groups, and even seemingly casual acquaintances offer something truly priceless, a profound sense of belonging. Whether it's the friendly neighbor with whom you share morning chats, the stimulating discussions within your book club, or the camaraderie you find within a group at your local gym, having people in your life beyond the confines of your family creates a vital foundation of emotional strength and resilience. The more diverse and meaningful connections you cultivate now, the more robust and reliable your social support network will be in the years to come. Practical advice on expanding one's social circle. Take a moment to honestly assess your current social landscape. Who are the individuals in your life right now who consistently bring you joy, who uplift your spirits, and with whom you genuinely enjoy spending time? If the answer to this question feels unclear or if your circle feels smaller than you desire, now is the opportune time to actively expand your horizons. Reconnect with old friends, explore new hobbies and interests that offer opportunities for social interaction, volunteer for causes you care about, or join community groups that align with your passions. Concluding thoughts on the importance of a strong social network. Because, at the end of the day, a strong social network is far more than just having people around for company. It's about having a diverse tapestry of individuals who lift you up during challenging times, who remind you of your inherent worth, and who contribute to making every stage of your life richer, more meaningful, and filled with the invaluable gift of human connection. Pillar 4. The internal compass of your sense of purpose, your intrinsic motivator. Visuals depicting seniors engaged in meaningful activities, volunteering, pursuing hobbies with passion, mentoring others, learning new skills. One of the most frequently overlooked yet profoundly powerful sources of support in life isn't an external entity, but rather an internal compass, your own deeply personal sense of purpose. As individuals gracefully navigate beyond the threshold of 60, a significant shift often occurs in the roles that once provided their lives with structure and meaning. The active responsibilities of parenthood often evolve as children become independent, the daily rhythms of a career transition with retirement, and the intense demands of caregiving may lessen. In the absence of a clear sense of direction, it becomes easy to experience a creeping feeling of invisibility, of being unneeded, or even adrift. Narration emphasizes the internal nature of purpose. The fundamental truth is this: no matter how profound the love and support you receive from your family, they cannot bestow upon you a sense of purpose. This is an intrinsic quality, something that must be cultivated and nurtured from within your own being. Possessing a compelling reason to greet each new morning, whether it's a long-held passion you're finally pursuing, a meaningful project that ignites your creativity, or a personal goal that drives your actions, serves to keep your mind sharp, your emotional landscape steady, and your overall life deeply fulfilling. It is this internal compass that keeps you actively engaged with the world, rather than passively observing from the sidelines.